Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marvin and the Madness with me, Stephen Matembo, and Dominic Till. How you doing, mate?
I am very good, thank you, my friend. And how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So
Oh,
I'll mix it up, a little bit of suspense.
that's some serious. I thought you'd frozen for a moment.
That's also a possibility. Maybe it's a bit, we will never know. Not
We'll
even though
never
I
know.
told you. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna move on. Obviously, with the Rugby World Cup still going on, I think we should just do a brief recap of what's been happening. What you been watching much of the games?
I've watched a few, yeah. Um, I've not been watching it as intently as I have him sometimes, but I've watched some of the better games. So I watched the South Africa versus Ireland game next weekend, which is probably the pick of the weekend. Well, definitely the pick of the weekend. Probably
Yeah.
the pick of the tournament so far.
Yeah, that one hurt my feelings. That one hurt my feelings a lot. It's not that even South Africa played bad. It's just we missed so many opportunities with the kicking and just weirdly changed our strategy. Normally we'd go straight for line out, more try score try, just brute force it. But for some reason we just kept on kicking, and our kicker's been, sorry to say it to him, but he's been not the best so far. That's
Average to poor, unfortunately, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's trying, but after these games, after the stage games, the points are really going to matter. So you can't really be making those sort of mistakes anymore.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, he's playing at the highest level, so you have to kind of deal with the criticism that comes with it.
Pollard's back.
He is. So it'll be his first game today. We should
Yes.
see what he do. I mean, it should be an easy game for him to slot into, so you shouldn't have too much difficulty. But we'll wait and see.
So I mean, hopefully he doesn't injure himself again. He's good at doing that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I unfortunately you guys not winning has ruined my predictions of the World Cup because I thought it'd be South Africa France final, but that can't happen now. So,
No,
um, but
not too worried. I mean, we've lost the game in the group stage before and still gone on to win, so it's not the end of the world.
it's been an interesting quarter final though. I don't know who will win out of you two. Anyway, that's
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, we had some pretty high scoring games. Friday, New Zealand Italy was, what's it, 96
mm.
17. Oh, you just gotta feel horrible after that.
Yeah, like Italy aren't a bad team, so
No,
New Zealand have really turned up suddenly.
I think they remembered who they were. As dumb as that sounds.
Yeah, because like Italy have run teams like Wales, England, even Ireland and Scotland all very close in the Six Nations recently. And the fact that New Zealand just put 96 points on them.
Oh, it's gross. Absolutely gross.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
it's
that's not.
like them playing Romania or something.
Well, as funny as you say that, Scotland yesterday also put up a pretty decent total. You got 84-0, So again, that's a horrible day. That's a
Yeah.
horrible day.
And fair play to like the smaller teams, like obviously they're up and coming, so they're not quite on the same level yet, but at least they're trying. But the fact that the difference between Italy and Romania, like Italy should, in theory, probably destroy Romania in terms of a score. So the fact that New Zealand then came in and
Yeah.
pummeled them so much, it's crazy. So good luck to Ireland versus New Zealand in the quarterfinals. That'd be an interesting. If New
Oh,
Zealand are in that sort of mood, I think Ireland could be in for a tough night.
I think they kind of need. I feel like they've had quite an easy run. So they probably do need that harsh game to bring them back. But also say, these lower teams are also playing at the highest level, so it's good exposure for them, good exposure for them to get into possible clubs and improve their game. So it's
Yeah,
probably not the be all end all. They'll probably be doing some things right, but obviously just because the score was so outlandish, it kind of takes away from it. But it might just create opportunities them to actually play a better professional careers.
yeah. I think the Chile coach. I think it was the Chile coach was saying that it's very difficult for them because they don't play top tier opposition regularly, so they're never going to get to that point very quickly. So they probably do need to think of how we can sort of make it a bit more of a global sport. But it's cool.
Probably need to do similar to football. I hate to bring up football, but maybe like just do players on loan or something like that. You know what I mean? Just get them the exposure they need at least at a higher level. Maybe not at the top tier, but just things that they can improve on so they don't get absolutely demolished every World Cup.
Yeah. And a few more international friendlies with lower opposition.
Yes.
It's cool. It's good. Yes, it's hotting up now. It'll start to get more interesting.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much know the quarterfinals now. So it'll be New Zealand, Ireland, France, South Africa, which arguably should be the two semi-finals, but it is what it is. And then you've got, I think it'll be Wales versus Argentina and England versus Fiji. So it should be a good series of quarterfinals there.
I'm looking forward to pretty much all of them. I'm sure try to watch as many as I can.
Yes.
Right. Shall we move on from the rugby?
Yes, let's do
it. Just give me a second while I find the story again. I'll just look in the chat. It'll be there.
Ever so professional we are. As always.
That's right, you can cut this bit out. Right, here we go. So, are you aware of what an emotional support animal is? It's kind of in the title, but
yes, I've heard that they emotionally support people. So usually they are dogs or something to bring good feeling to the individual who is struggling. So just give you that comfort, you stroke a dog, makes yourself feel better.
Yeah, sometimes you need that, I feel like if you probably all had dogs, you'd all probably be better people,
Yeah.
Because they're just such an unconditional, just good love all the time.
Just love you, unless you get one of those dogs that likes attacking people. Like some of
yeah, it might be a little bit controversial, but let's just say in this nice world of ours where nothing really ever goes wrong, then the dogs are just making everyone happy. You can't be sad next to a dog. Anyhow, going on a weird tangent. So basically, most animals, when you think support animal, you think dog.
Yep.
That's the first one you think of. Well, what if I told you a man tried to bring an alligator to a baseball game and then try to claim it as his emotional support animal?
Yeah, I read a bit of the article. It's
which is crazy.
apparently it's got a whole social media following, and it was actually booked in to see the players. Apparently, supposedly.
It's still wild though. I mean, it's still something that can cause a lot of damage. I don't know whether he had like the mouth taped up or whatever, but that's still crazy that you want to take that kind of risk.
It just had like looking at some of the photos in the thing, it looked like people just cuddling the alligator on the shoulder, like just there at the alligator on the shoulder.
Just American things.
Like it's so strange. It wasn't that long ago. Like people get eaten by alligators, but here we are.
You know what I mean, I suppose that one's not big enough yet, but
no,
I feel like it's an accident waiting to happen.
Just bites one's ear off.
That's what I mean. It takes one little moment. You're not paying attention. You're like, oh, just leave it on my shoulder, drinking your beer, munching the popcorn. Next minute, blood pouring down your neck, ears gone. Was it worth it? Don't think so.
It's not even probably a nice cuddle. It's like cuddling a leather handbag, I imagine.
Can't say I've done it either.
Well, neither have I, but I imagine like obviously it's like it's the closest thing I could think of that you would have around generally. That's leathery.
Yeah, I just think it's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It just doesn't need to be a thing.
I don't know what would be. There's not many strange, like as far as strange goes, that's quite a out there comfort animal.
Yeah, well, we can run it back to last week, We could arguably say that bull was that guy's comfort animal.
Is what?
The bull. That must was it a bull?
Oh yeah. The bull. Yeah.
I'm doing a run back,
Yeah. Sorry, I was
throwback.
I was well out of it then. Yeah. The bull. I suppose it was his comfort animal. He takes it with him in his car. So
there you go.
I've got fish. They are my comfort animal, I suppose. I don't stroke them, but they are calming.
Well, you can't get those like see-through bags. You can pop some of your fish in there, take them to church with you. I'm sure Yeah, some people will enjoy that.
Sure, it wouldn't
Your
stress them
fish
out
will
at all.
maybe not.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to transform the back end of my car into a giant pond, so the fish can just swim around in it.
That would be kind of cool though. Kind of reminds me like that really old show, and I'm definitely showing age. Pimp My Ride, when they
Oh
use
yeah,
these like totally outlandish things that probably never should be in a car, but it's still cool to have in a car, like fish tanks and whatnot.
yeah. I wouldn't mind a fish tank inside, but my wife has vetoed that one.
Ah, damn.
Can't blame
Ruining all the fun.
her.
Oh dear.
The fish are
Yeah.
outside.
Moral of the story: just don't have weird comfort animals, and then you won't have too many issues, would you?
Nope, nope.
But
People
I
do
feel
seem.
like no, you go.
I was going to say people do form like relationships with wild animals, and then are surprised when they attack them. Like there was that lady a number of years ago. I think she was like it was an orangutan. I think she'd like taken it on shows and things, and then one day it just snapped and like ripped her face off, literally ripped her face off, which is horrendous and awful. And but like these are wild animals, and if you underestimate their strength and their nature at your peril, like they can just turn, and it's not
Yeah,
their fault. It's their instinct. It's their nature. It's just what they are. And it's the same with dogs and things. We've talked about this before: snakes, dogs, all sorts of things.
100%.
You've got to like even the nicest dogs. If I've heard dogs before that have had like brain tumors in later in life, and it's turned them, and they've suddenly gone on like biting people. You've got to watch your animals, and love them, have them, look after them, have them even if you have them in your bed and stuff. Just don't take it for granted, and like always be a bit careful.
You know what I might have? I just saw. Might have an emotional budgie or emotional like parrot. Like
You're
that would be
gonna
pretty
get
cool.
get your parrot to like every time you put your dad say, "Who's a pretty boy?"
Yeah. I feel like nothing go maybe I feel like nothing go wrong with a parrot or a like little budgie.
Aside from if you say something that it repeats, that's like, "You're so fat, you're so fat." Who's a fat boy?
Yeah, to be fair, mine probably would. I don't swear a lot, but I feel like it probably would swear a lot. And that would be awkward if I
One
just
of your friends would come around and swear, and then you're feeling a bit low. It's just swearing at you.
I mean, they'll probably love that, to be honest. I'm thinking like more awkward moments where it probably wouldn't be as tolerated like if you took it into church and just started going wild and ballistic. Like, hey, I didn't hear that from me. It's not my
It's my mate's honest.
just looking after it for him. Oh yeah, that would be crazy. But I think that would be like the safest one because you might get like a little bite, but it's not gonna do you
Look
really
back.
any damage. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can get one like rats are meant to be really good pets.
Yeah, people feel weird about rats though.
They do, yeah. So it might be a bit awkward taking it in somewhere, but
Mm.
like they're meant to be really intelligent, nice pets. But
Say that, but then people have mouse and guinea pigs, which I know they're like different families, but they look kind of similar. Let's not lie.
yeah, I think so. Like I found a rat in the garden one time, and I didn't realize it was a rat at the time. I was like, right, bro, is this a mouse? That's my wife, friend of it, and she was like, no, Dom, that's a rat. I was like, oh.
Put that one back down.
Go and throw it away. It was dead, by the way.
As you were, back into the wild. Yeah, it is odd what we would like take in as an animal. It's bizarre.
Yeah, well, I love fish. So. I haven't.
And that's how we're gonna finish on that story, are we?
I'm like a brick from the film Anchorman.
Gosh, I've not watched
I
film in
love
ages.
lamp. I love table.
Oh, what a throwback. Nice throwbacks.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we should change our podcast, just be like the throwback podcast.
This is the throwback podcast. We're not talking about new things. We're just talking about old stuff.
Oh,
But isn't there nothing new under the sun, is there, Steve? So here we are.
some would say, yeah. Right. I think that with all that being said, unless there's anything you want to add to that, I think we'll call it a day there.
Yes, indeed. That's enough
Thank
of
you
the
for
madness.
watching. This has been Stephen Matembu and Dominic Toll. See you later.
Take care. Have a good week.